Lieutenant Jones, Utah County Sheriff's Office here today. I'm here with Spencer Cannon, who is a sergeant at Utah County Sheriff's Office. Say hello, Spencer.
Hello, Spencer.
You notice that I never get that the same way twice, and that's probably on purpose because that's my personality. That's definitely not Spencer's personality. So we're going to start off today by saying, you know, Spencer, there's a lot of gratitude out on the internet. I know that there's been some influence in people expressing their gratitude, and I think that's a good thing. I do.
It is. Anytime you talk about something positive, it can only help.
Sure. With that said, what I'd like to do is kind of dissect the word. I know that Thanksgiving means we're giving thanks because it's backwards, which is kind of weird, but yeah, it is what it is.
It's all right.
But I want to go with the giving side of it. We're going into giving season, and I think that it's funny that we have a giving season. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
We should have a giving season all year. That's what I think. Because I have gratitude all year, and if you ask anybody that knows me, that's kind of my thing. Gratitude practice is my thing. But what I want to talk about today is giving. Giving's a funny thing. Here at the Utah County Sheriff's Office, I know that people don't see us generally as a giving organization. I beg to differ.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree with what your perception of what the public may think, but I would also agree with you that that's not really true.
It's not true. One of the things that I really want to explain about giving is this. It's easy to give when there's something in it for you. Whether that's a tax deduction or that pat on your back or, hey, look, watch me do this. But you got to do it when it makes you uncomfortable. And I think discomforted giving is really what it's about. And that's hard to do. Your favorite thing, here, give it away. So Spencer, all I can say is I have 2 functioning kidneys. Do you?
I do have 2 functioning kidneys.
Really?
Well, not with me.
Right. You don't keep one with you. Because if anybody saw the new posts, Spencer gave one of his away. Now, I'm going to say that that's a perfect example of a person that was it uncomfortable for you?
I wasn't expecting this, yes. He's pulling a fast one on me here.
It was uncomfortable for you?
Giving the kidney?
Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't uncomfortable at all.
What about painful?
Yes, it was painful. Physically it was painful.
So discomfort.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was some discomfort involved. How did that impact you?
Well, it was an interesting experience. Long approval process. It took overall several months to go through interviews and medical evaluations and fill out forms and do lab tests. I'd given more tubes of blood for lab tests than I've ever given in my life. But the experience itself, we anticipated the recovery, we anticipated the physical discomfort and the pain. I was off work for 6 weeks before I was able to get back to work. What we did not anticipate really was the emotional and the spiritual impact it was going to have on us.
Let's go back to that 6 weeks. Where did you get that 6 weeks?
It was about 6 weeks before I really felt like, and the standard for me to be able to feel like I could tell the doctor I could do my job was if I got to get out and do a foot chase with somebody, could I do it? Before 6 weeks, I couldn't even think about it.
So were you compensated during that 6 weeks? Did you use time off at work?
Yes.
And time that you'd earned?
Yes.
But the sheriff's office at that time approved it?
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, I'm going to rest my case with that. And I have to tell you that this is the kind of person Spencer is. I know we tease him a lot because he is my version of Woody. I mean, we'll bring a Woody doll. He is Woody from Toy Story, right? So they say.
I used to carry him on my dashboard in my patrol car.
Right? Spencer's as good a person as they get, and he represents the sheriff's office. He is the sheriff's office. He is what we're about, and we want to kind of challenge you this year. Not you. I look at you and say that, but I'm going to
Please challenge me too.
I challenge you too. I want to push that in December, at least 3 times a week, you give something that makes you uncomfortable. And I'm not talking about uncomfortable in the manner, but it's just something that it's like, you know what, I really wish I had this, whether it's time, talents, money, I don't care what it is, just 3 times a week. What is that for the next month? That's 12 times?
12 times.
So that's 12 days of Christmas. Look at us go.
There you go.
Really, that's what this is all about. And that's why we do our job. True or false?
I agree completely.
I didn't choose this job to get rich.
No, neither did I, and neither will I.
Because if I did, I was a fool. But what we want you to do is really concentrate on that. What we do promise you is this. We have some interesting stuff coming for the next month or so. One of us is going to be out of commission for a minute, but I'll be back. Don't worry about that. But when we come back, when I come back, we will also have a special visitor this year that the kids might like. It is Christmas. You never know. But even more than that is I have officially challenged Spencer Cannon, of all people, to a 1-chip challenge. Those of you that don't know what that is, the 1-chip challenge is 1 corn chip with the hottest, nastiest stuff in the whole world. And whoever gets the most votes has to eat it. It might be Spencer, might be
I
me.
vote for Lieutenant Jones.
So we will have an official vote as well. But today, who would you like to see eat the chip that's going to, well, I'm not going to kill him, but it's going to hurt really, really bad. You see, there's me. I'm kind of a fire eater anyway. I'm sure it's going to be painful. But Spencer's not into that. Spencer doesn't play these games. That's what makes it funny. So if you'd like to see Spencer eat this chip, put a little shout out on the bottom. We'll send out an official one.
But if you really want to see hot food eaten the way hot food should be eaten, this is the man you want to watch.
No.
When we go to
mean,
eat
it's
Thai
okay.
food, he asks for 5-star. If they had 6-star, that's what he would ask for.
So it's not going to be entertaining at all. That's where your vote should go. Spencer, do you have anything to add?
No, I just agree completely that giving is what we should be about. The greatest joys I've ever experienced in my life was when I have had the opportunity to do something with or for somebody else. Oddly enough, I know that we don't often think of law enforcement officers ourselves as being giving. When I arrest somebody and take them to jail, I know they don't think that I'm giving them something, but the way I view that, I'm giving them an opportunity, again, in many cases, to make some changes in their lives. But whether we use cash or a talent or a skill that we have, or just our time for somebody who needs a listening ear, that's what this 12 giving days that Lieutenant Jones has challenged us to are about, and that is just giving of something that you wouldn't normally do, something that's not part of your day-to-day routine, but something that you have to consciously think, oh yeah, I've got to do that, and then maybe even find something that is not completely in your comfort zone.
I like it. So we're going to end this today with just kind of going back to the gratitude practice. The gratitude practice is good, and I think that your posts on Facebook, that's good. I think more than anything, we need to do a gratitude practice in our heart. And sometimes that means just writing down your 5 things. That's what I do. Write down 5 things every day that you're grateful for and why you're grateful for them. It actually changes the way the brain works. So with that said, what is that, Spencer?
Solve for Happy.
Solve for Happy by Mo Goddard. Mo Goddard, he worked for Google, and he's an incredible human being. One of my favorite reads, Mo Goddard's Solve for Happy. There's a lot of, it says here, the message is clear, humans are designed to be happy. We are designed to be happy, and it's a choice. And I've talked about this before, but a gratitude practice will lead you there. But on top of that, really the meat, potatoes behind gratitude practice is practicing something, and that means giving, and giving is important. I challenge you to read the book. I'm not going to give you an idea what it's about because that kind of gives away the story itself. But look it up, Google it. That's funny because was Google.
Used to be a Google man,
So,
yeah.
with that said, we're going to have a few more books this summer because it's not summer, it's winter. And we've done this in one shot, so I'm leaving the summer thing in there. To me, it's as good as summer.
I love winter.
Why do you love winter?
I just love the change in seasons, and I love experiencing cold, the freshness of it. And it also, I like it because it makes me appreciate a warm house or a warm season when it does change to summer after I've been through a really cold winter.
So that brings me to my closing argument. which is not an argument, but sounds good. I always wanted to be an attorney. No, I never wanted to be an attorney. But I have to tell you that one day my son came up to me. He was very young at the time, and he says, "Dad, I hope that it's cold tomorrow." I'm like, "Son, why would you want it to be cold?" He says, "Well, because I like the cold." "Well, why do you like the cold, son?" He said, "Well, I like the cold because it's going to come whether I like it or not, and I might as well enjoy it."
Wow.
Right?
That's pretty deep thinking.
Right. He's a smart kid. So with that said, read the book, give something, 12 things in December. 12 things in December that make you just a little bit uncomfortable. Something that just, I'd like to keep that, but you could use it instead of me.
I agree.
And I'm going to let you say it this time.
Don't do bad things, always do good things.